Good afternoon, everyone. We're in Manning Park again. We're just approaching the Manning Park Lodge ahead of us here, so. Eastbound Highway 3. We're just past the Ellison Summit. I love the bright yellow trees with the snow. Just such a cool contrast. Love it. So I made it to Surrey last night. Stopped right in their yard. Right in their staff parking. I'm like, well, if I park here, they're going to want to open the gates and get me out of here quickly because the staff's all going to want to be parking there. And I'm like, there'll be someone that comes in early, opens the gate for me and makes room. No, they all showed up at the same time. There was cars blocking me in, cars everywhere. It's like, uh-oh. So I had to get a couple cars to back up, get out of the way, let me pull into the gate, and then they could park in their staff parking. Oops. They worked it out pretty good. Unloaded their lickety-split. I already had the straps off except for one strap on each bundle. So I had all the straps taken off today morning before everybody showed up because I'm like, well, the place opens at 7, I'll get up at 6. Nobody around. Very often there's one or two people that show up early, an hour early, but not this place. So I unstrapped everything, had breakfast, did my pre-trip, had some time to kill still, unloaded and got moving. Loaded just, I think it was like 12, 13 kilometers down the road. But there was no lickety-split at that spot. Holy non-lickety-split. Took well over 3 hours to get loaded. So I'm running a little bit further behind than I would like to. I used up all my off-duty time just waiting there. And then even with off-duty used it. Took forever to load. So I'm a little bit short of making it to Grey Creek, which is east of Nelson across the ferry. Actually, somebody asked me, can't remember who, one of you guys asked me if I ever take that ferry. I will be tomorrow morning. Apparently there's under construction and there's no ferries running after lunch. So my goal is to get to the ferry staging area, park there and load on the first ferry. I think first ferry is at 6:30. So that's my goal, but we shall see. We're running tight on minutes, so we'll see if I can get there. And they're now sailing quite a bit apart from each other. I think first sailing's at 6:30. And then there's, I think, almost 2 hours between sailings. I think the next one's at 8:10 or something like that. So I guess that'd be an hour and 40 minutes between sailings. So they're on winter hours now, so if I miss the 6:30 sailing, I'll be sitting there a lot longer. Right now I am 27 minutes short of making it. Don't have a super heavy load, so maybe I won't lose as much time going over the Paulson. Maybe. That would be good. But I just realized, I'm like, I didn't think much. There's just bikers there. I'm like, wait, they're biking through Manning Park in snow. Brr, they've got to be chilly. Really chilly. Stopping for hot chocolate at the lodge, that's for sure. The roads are in beautiful condition. Dry. Only place where they're wet is around some corners in the shade. And this is a funky load too, so it's actually 2 unloads. So Grey Creek, and then I'm driving south to Creston to get the other half unloaded. So the back trailer is Grey Creek, the front trailer is Creston. And front trailer is what is on the front trailer? Drywall, a bunch of drywall, and a big sewer tank. On the back trailer, I've got a bunch of lumber, a little bit of insulation, and some rebar. The front trailer is just slightly heavier than the back trailer. But I'm not super heavy. I'm like 50,000 gross kilogram, 50,000 kilogram. I can go to 63,500, so I'm like over 10,000 kilograms lighter than a max load. I was gonna watch these corners for ice in the winter. See big rigs laying in that river every now and then. So last night just sent me some photos. There were 8 big rigs jackknifed on Highway 5 north of Merritt. So it's not considered the Coquihalla anymore, but it's part of the same roadway. So between Merritt and Kamloops. Eight jackknife trucks. And in that case you go, hey, I'm not going to take that highway. If there's 8 jackknife trucks there, I don't want to be number 9, so I'm just going to stop or pick an alternate route. Our safety guys at our drivers meeting made a good comment that our storms here last a couple hours. Very often, if the roads are black ice and slippery, just park it for 3 hours. The roads are beautiful in 3 hours, very often. So it's worth just parking it. Be a couple hours late instead of smashing it. Much better result than smashing it. I'm light enough that I have to actually slow down for these corners. Normally I'm so heavy I can't get up to speed. Snoqualmie River's looking pretty empty, but with the snow coming and it all melting, I might see an increase of flow until it all freezes. I'm gonna swing by home on our way to Grey Creek and pick up Jess. So Jess will be riding along tomorrow. Because if indeed we do get that weekend run I was talking about earlier in the week, I talked to dispatch and they're going, it looks promising that we will get a weekend run. And I'm like, so Jess, you want me to make a little detour and pick you up? Because I would certainly prefer having her along on a weekend run than sitting in the middle of nowhere. So we're hoping if we get the weekend run, we'll have enough hours to make it to our friend's place. If we run out of hours before that, we'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere doing our reset. I don't know if I'm doing enough, if that weekend run will be my next load, or if I have another load between. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm actually okay with either. If I get the weekend run, awesome. If I don't get the weekend run, awesome. I'll go vote then. This weekend is advanced voting at home, so if I get the weekend run, I already told dispatch, I'm fine with a weekend run, but I will have an hour off on the 21st at home. So I can go vote on the 21st. By the time you guys are watching this video, we will have known who won the election, so because I'm still 2 weeks in the past. I'll see if we continue with the current Prime Minister or if we've elected a new one. I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm looking forward to seeing the result. Unless you guys want me to get into politics, let me know and I'll tell you where I stand. I just find politics are so divisive. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean we have to hate each other. If I vote for the other guy, we can still be friends. Just because we have a disagreement on something doesn't mean we hate each other. I don't understand that. You're far right, you're far left, we hate each other. What? Come on. I'm friends with everyone. Unless they don't want to be friends with me. I'm friends with everyone. I have a lot of friends. What's this? Prepare to stop. Okay. No reduced speed yet, but keep an eye out. Don't want to come blazing into a corner and have someone flagging us down as we come around the corner. It's a slow speed corner anyway, so. Just going to do a little slower than the actual. There we go. We got a stop sign there. Well, guys, I think I'll leave it here. So, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll head to Sunday Summit, and according to the radio, the other trucker said it's clear sailing all the way on Highway 3, so I should have a good day. And tomorrow Jess will be with us, and if all goes right, be a ferry ride first thing in the morning. See you then.